everybody, it's me Crafty and welcome back again. This video is going to talk about wands, and now there's different types of wands, right? And I'll just talk about 3 of the common types. I only got one type really to show you, which is the wooden one, but I've seen wands made out of copper piping, which you can actually buy in either like a plumbing store or like a hardware type store, and it's just like a copper tube, and you can get it cut whatever length you want. I've seen people stick like crystals in the end of them, and hot glue crystals or gemstones to the top of them, decorate them up the way they want. Some of them are really gorgeous and really beautiful, you know, so that might be one idea for you to try. It'd be fairly inexpensive, I think, as well. Other people will use a great big large crystal that they find, and will use that. Again, some of them will decorate them up with little tiny gemstones on the top of them. I've seen a really beautiful one, and it was like a chakra one. They had like the little gemstones that correspond with the chakras and whatnot, so it was really pretty. The ones I use are just made out of wood. You could keep the bark on, you could take the bark off, you could collect it from the wild. If you do collect it from the wild, I always recommend leaving an offering of some sort. It doesn't have to be anything really expensive or whatnot, but leave an offering, because I mean, you're taking something from nature, right? I don't recommend cutting a limb from the tree just so that you can have your wand. If there's a tree that's been, you know, already cut down or has fallen or something like that, I would take it from something like that. I wouldn't necessarily want to cut the tree. It's kind of like cutting the tree's fingers off or something. I don't know. It just, yeah. Some people prefer to cut it from a living tree. Again, this is going to be your choice and your call. They say the traditional length of a wand should be from the tip of your elbow to the tip of your forefinger, and I just flipped you guys the bird. I am so sorry, I didn't mean to do that, but to the tip of your forefinger, okay? Oh yeah, that's so not, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a goof sometimes. And another thing with the woods is to research the different magical attributes of woods. There's all kinds of books out there and whatnot, and all kinds of sources, you know, like apple for love, you know, hazel for wisdom, that type of thing. So if you want to make a wand that kind of corresponds with that type of energy, then you would try to use that type of wood. Now, some people will also go back to their lumber store, and you can actually buy dowels. This is an oak dowel, and you know, if you're really polite and whatnot, a lot of stores will actually saw it for you, which is what they done for me. Because these dowels can be, they can range in height from, like, you know, maybe 3 feet to 5 feet or longer. So I just said I wanted a dowel that big, and you know, they cut it down for me. So they're really nice. So a lot of hardware stores will do that for you. Now, let's see. This is from an apple tree. My cousin was cleaning up her yard. She's got a couple apple trees and whatnot, so she had some branches, and she gave me a couple of them to make wands with and stuff, so which is really cool of her. I just haven't made it yet, but I will. And for this one, I am going to keep the bark on, because you probably can't tell from where you are, but the bark is gorgeous. It's a real dark, deep kind of burgundy red color. It's beautiful. So I'm going to keep the bark on there and fix that one up when I get to it. This one here, it was my very first wand, and it's super skinny. It's so cute. My mom cut this one for me. She went and she got this one for me, and I don't know, I love it. It's from the hazel tree. There's a little hazel tree that she went, and that's where she got it from. So yeah, it's real tiny, but I used this one for a long time, and it works pretty good. And here's this one. Now, I got a lot of people asking me, how did I attach the crystal at the end of it? Well, I done a lot of experimenting, and came to discover that you cannot crazy glue it, because that doesn't work. And I figured I don't know why I didn't hot glue it, but for some reason I didn't use a hot glue gun. And I think I was worried about the heat, and if it would, you know, I didn't want it to hurt the crystal or anything like that. So I think that's why I didn't use hot glue. But some people might try it. That's going to be your call. What I used was contact cement or rubber cement, and if you're going to use that stuff, I recommend doing it outside or in a highly ventilated area, because the smell is really strong, and you kind of got to work, well, not real super fast, but like fast enough with it. So what I done is I put that contact cement in there, and it's like a real thick, like rubber, it's like a rubber basically, and you know, put that on there, attached the crystal to the wood, held it in place for what seemed like forever. Then I had a long strip of leather that I had previously cut, and then starting on the crystal, I attached it and wrapped it around really tight, and as I went I added more of the contact cement to the leather, and it's holding everything in place and whatnot, and it gives support to the crystal. And this wand is probably about 10 years old, and it's really sturdy. Like, I don't think that's going to come off anytime soon. So that's what I done. Now, some people, I've seen people use like these metal thingies, I don't know what you would even call them, but they stick the crystal in one end and the other end has an open end, and they stick the wand in the other end, and then they clamp it onto the wand somehow. If you happen to come across something like that, fine, go ahead, try it. I couldn't find anything like that, so, and I kind of like the more natural type of stuff. And I just I previously took the bark off, sanded it smooth, you know, before I done all that. And yeah, a lot of people will add things. Some people will paint them, some people will carve them, etch symbols into them, burn symbols into them. I've seen people do beadwork on them. I've seen ribbons hanging down from some of them, even feathers. It's pretty much how you want to make it, unless you come from a tradition where, you know, they're pretty strict on how their wand should look or whatnot, but you know, that will just give you a bit of an idea anyway, and you can run with it from there. So yeah, if you're going to take anything from the wild, leave an offering out of respect, and if you're going to attach something to the end, what worked for me was, it was like rubber cement or contact cement, it's called. It's like a thick liquid kind of rubber type stuff, and then it sets to like a real strong glue. So yeah, that might work for you. If you have any other ideas, if anybody out there has any great ideas on how to attach things to the tip like that, feel free to share them if you want, and yeah, that'd be cool. So that's pretty much it for now. I'm looking at the clock, and that'll be it. So gotta upload, well, I gotta splice this video in half and then upload them, and we shall see you guys on the flip side. Ciao.